G'day guys, Cam Wild Touring. Last week's episode was the last of our Perth to Darwin family caravan series. Next week there's a brand new series starting, which I'm pretty excited about. Me and the boys are up in the Kennedy Range region in the Gascoyne, doing some of the best camping I have hands down ever done in Australia. It's a really cool series. Make sure you hang around for that one starting next week. It was a pretty fitting end for the last trip with the D-Max. So as many of you would know, I've got a 300 series Land Cruiser on order. It's actually being assembled as we speak right now, and I hope to take delivery of it next month. On that note, I wanted to have a little bit of a chat about the 300 series Land Cruiser's roof load rating, or maybe the lack of roof load rating. If you've been watching for a while, then you'll know that when I was choosing the next car, it was pretty important that it had a decent roof load rating, and that's because I'd like to have the option in the future to run a rooftop Tinny or a rooftop tent. I won't necessarily run either of those, but I want to have the option. I want to future-proof because this is a car I'm planning to keep for the next 10 years. So early on in my research for the 300 series, I was reading and watching every sort of car review that I could find online. And I would continually see different weight limits for that roof load rating. I was getting sort of figures from, most of them were between 90 and 100 kilos. But even when I looked at Toyota's website themselves, I'd noticed that they've got a listing for a genuine roof rack with 125 kilos carrying capacity, and they'd have to be including the weight of the rack and the weight of the mounting hardware and all the rest as well. So Toyota themselves are saying that you'd carry probably somewhere around 150 kilos on the roof, but I couldn't find anything absolutely categorically specific to say that. Adding to that confusion is the fact that Toyota historically have been pretty good at being very specific about weights, like the roof load rating. In fact, if you look at the 200 series spec sheet, you can see they've got a listing there for it, and it's 200 kilos across the board on all models. So the first thing I did was try to find the 300 series spec sheet, and I noticed straight away that they totally omitted that column, and there was nothing about the roof load rating for the 300 series. Next step, of course, is to go straight to the source. So I spoke to Toyota themselves, I sent them an email, and I asked them if they could give me a specific roof load rating for the 300 series and explained that I couldn't find anything online or in their own spec sheet. And this is the response that I got from Toyota. Toyota Motor Corporation Australia, TMCA, do not specify a load limit for the roof of our vehicles, which is strange because they absolutely have done in the past, as you saw on the 200 series spec sheet. Goes on to read, a load limit could be advised for Toyota genuine roof racks. So that's it, straight from the horse's mouth. There is no roof load limit for the 300 series Land Cruiser. Now, how you interpret that is up to you. For me, if I'm not buying a genuine Toyota roof rack, I'm not sure if I will yet, then I'm going to go by the roof load limit or the carrying capacity or the payload or whatever specification that the brand of roof rack that I buy specifies. And quite a lot of them, having a quick look online, do have ratings up to 150 kilos, so there's plenty of options. That means a rooftop Tinny or a rooftop tent is absolutely doable. Getting straight answers from some brands seems to be a little bit more difficult though. For instance, Rhino Rack, I love their racks. I had a look online for the 300 series Cruiser. I couldn't find anything in their specs about what kind of weight I can put on their racks. They have a little drop-down menu where you select your vehicle and it should spit out how much weight you can put on one of their roof racks, but it requires you to enter the roof load limit of your vehicle from your own vehicle specifications to be able to work that out, which of course we don't have for the 300 series because there is no roof load limit. So I did shoot them a message on social media and I got no response, so I'm not too sure what to make of that, but that makes it extremely difficult to work out what I can carry on a Rhino rack. Same deal with Front Runner. Again, Front Runner don't have a hard figure for what you can put on or off-road. And when I've asked them, they've said to refer to your manufacturer of your vehicle specifications, which again, we don't have. So Rhino Rack and Front Runner, it's really difficult to work out what you can legally, safely put on top of them. Whatever roof rack or rail system you choose, just be mindful of on-road, off-road, static, dynamic figures. Often they'll be different depending on what terrain you're going to be driving the vehicle on. Many require you to subtract the weight of the mounting system, rails, rack, hardware, etc. to actually work out the real carrying capacity or payload of the rack. Just make sure you do your homework, and if you're not sure, ask them questions, get it in writing, and then you can't go wrong. I know someone's going to bring up warranty and insurance, and these are the things that matter, so that's fair enough. My opinion is that as long as you don't exceed the load limit stipulated by the roof rack that you're running, and obviously the vehicle load limits like GVM, GCM, and maximum axle load limits, then you shouldn't have any problems with warranty claims or insurance claims. But that's my opinion on the piece. Some people may disagree. So there you go, there are the facts straight from Toyota. Is it unnecessarily confusing? Absolutely. It's a little bit annoying, really, to be honest with you. But as far as I'm concerned, yes, you can legally put a rooftop tinny or a rooftop tent on top of your 300 series Land Cruiser. Am I going to? I'm not too sure yet. I don't even know what sort of roof rack system I'm looking at yet. I want to do a little bit more research and find something that's going to work for me. I'll let you know when I figure that out. If you're interested in seeing the build series that I'm going to be filming on this YouTube channel with the 300 series Cruiser, make sure that you subscribe. There's going to be a heap of good gear going into that build. It'll be a pretty cool rig by the time it's done. If you're interested in seeing that new series starting next week, same deal, make sure you subscribe. That's going to be a ripper. That's one of the best camping trips I've done in a long time. Hope you got something out of this today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.